Hello everyone, today I will read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Chapter 10, Halloween. Malfoy couldn't believe his eyes when he saw that Harry and Ron were still at Hogwarts the next day, looking tired but perfectly cheerful indeed. By the next morning, Harry and Ron thought that meeting the three-headed dog had been an exactly adventure, and they were wide can to have another one in the meantime. Harry felt running about the package that seemed to be moved from Gringotts to Hogwarts, and they spent a lot of time wondering what could possibly need such heavy protection. Is either really valuable or really dangerous, say Ron, or both, say Harry. But as all they knew for sure about the mysterious object was that it was through about 2 inches long. They didn't have much chance of guessing what it without further clues. Neither Neville nor Hermione showed the slightest interest in Lee or underneath the dog and the trapdoor. All Neville cared about was going near the dog again. Hermione was not refused to speak to Harry and Ron, but she was such a bossy know-it-all, and they saw this and added upon us. All they really wanted to know was a way of getting back at Malfoy and to get their great delight. Just such a thing arrived in the mail about a week later. As Owl flew into the great hall as usual, everyone's attention was caught once by a long, thin package carrying by 6 large great owls. Harry was just as interested as everyone else to see was in the slot puzzle, and was amazed when the owl soared down and dropped it right in front of him, knocking his bacon to the floor. They hardly fluttered about off the way when another owl dropped a letter onto the puzzle. Harry ripped open the letter first, which was lucky, because it said, "Do not open the pencil at the table. It contains your new numbers 2000, but I don't want everybody knowing you have got a broomstick, or they will all want one. Oliver Wood will meet you tonight, the Harwich Field, at 7 o'clock for your training season, Professor McGonagall." Harry had difficulty hiding his glee as he handed the note to Ron to read. "Numbers 2000, Ron inversely. I have never touched one." They left home weakly, wanted to unwrap the broomstick in private before they just their first class, but halfway across the entrance hall, they found the way upstairs peppered by crepe and goblet. Malfoy seized the package from Harry and fell it. "That's broomstick," he said, throwing back to Harry with a mixture of cheerless and smile on his face. "You'll be in for it this time, Potter. First year, first Potter, first year aren't allowed them." Ron couldn't resist it. "It's not old broomstick," he said. "It's numbers 2000. When did you say you have got a home?" Malfoy, a comet to city gone grinning at Harry. Comets look flashing, but they are not the same language as the Nimbus. What would you know about Weasley? You couldn't afford half the handle. Malfoy snapped back. I suppose you and your brother have to save up twig by twig. Before Ron could answer, Professor Fieldwick appeared at Malfoy's elbow. Not a going, I heard, boys. This week, Potter been sent a broomstick, Professor, said Malfoy weakly. Yes, that's right, said Professor Fieldwick, beaming at Harry. Professor McGonagall told me all about special circumstances. Say Potter, what model is it? A Nimbus 2000, is it? Say Harry, fighting not to laugh at the look of horror on Malfoy's face, and it's really thanks to Malfoy here that I have got it, he added. Harry and Ron headed upstairs smoothly, their laughter at Malfoy obviously rich and confusion. Well, it's true, Harry chuckled as they reached the top of the maple staircase. If you hadn't stolen your mirror, I wouldn't be on the team. So I suppose you think that's reward for breaking rules? Came an angry voice from just behind them. Hermione was stumbling up the stair, looking desperately at the package in Harry's hand. I thought you would speak to us, said Harry. Yes, don't stop now, said Ron. It's doing so much good. Hermione marched away, his nose in the air. Harry had a lot of trouble keeping his mind on his lesson that day. It kept wandering up to the dormitory where his new broomstick was lying under his bed, or straying off to the village field where he'd be learning to play that night. He potted his dinner that evening without noticing what he was eating, and then rushed upstairs with Ron to unwrap the Nimbus 2000 at last. Wow, Ron sighed as Rumstead rolled onto Harry's bedspread. Even Harry, who knew nothing about different brooms, thought it looked wonderful, sleek and shiny, with a mahogany handle. It had long tail from of neat string twigs and Nimbus 2000 written in gold near the top. As 7 o'clock drew nearer, Harry left the castle and set off dusk toward the village field. He had never been inside stadium before. Hundreds of seats were raised in sand around the field, so that spectators were high enough to see what was going on. At either end of the field were three golden poles with hubs on the end. They remind Harry of the little plastic stick Muggle children blew bubbles through, except that they were 50 feet high. Too eager to fly again to wait for wood. Harry mounted his broomstick and kicked off from the ground. What a feeling! He swept in and out of goalposts, and then sped up and down the field. The Nimbus 2000 turned very where he wanted at his slightest touch. Hey Potter, calm down. Oliver Wood had arrived. He was carrying a large wooden crate under his arm. Harry landed next to him. Very nice, said Ward, his eye glinting. I see what McGonagall meant. You're really a natural. I'm just going to teach you the rules this evening. Then you'll be joining team practice 3 times a week. He opened crate. Inside were 4 different size balls. All right. Say what? Now Quidditch is easy enough to understand, even if it's not too easy to play. There were 7 players on each side. 3 of them called chaser. Three chaser. Harry repeated as Ward took out a bright red ball about the size of a saucer ball. This ball called waffle. They whooped the chaser through the waffle to each other and tried to get it through one of hopes to score a goal. 10 boys every time the waffle go through one of the hoops. Follow me. The chaser threw the waffle and put it through the hoops to score. Harry recited, "So, what's just like basketball on broomstick with 6 holes, isn't it?" "What basketball?" said Ron. Said Woods curiously. "Never mind," said Harry weakly. Now there's another player on each side who called the keeper. "I'm keeper of Gryffindor. I have to fly around our hoops and stop other team from scoring." "3 chasers, 1 keeper," said Harry, who was determined to remember it all. "And they played with waffle, okay, got that? So what are they for?" He pointed at the 3 balls left inside the box. "I will show you now." "Say what?" "Take it." "Take this." He handed Harry a small club, a big like baseball bat. "I'm going to show you the butcher do." "What says these 2 are the butchers?" He showed Harry 2 identical balls, jet-black and slightly smaller than red waffle. Harry noticed that they seemed to be straining to escape straps holding them inside the box. "Stand back," Wood warned Harry. He bent down and freed one of the butcher. At once the black ball rose high in the air, and they pelted straight at Harry's face. Harry swung at it, the bat, to stop it, breaking his nose and sent it zigzagging away into the air. It zoomed around their heads and then shot upward. Who dived on top of it and managed to bring it to the ground. "See," Wood panted, forcing a strongly butcher back into crate and strapping it down safely. Butcher rocket around trying to knock players off their brooms. That's why you have 2 pitchers on each team. The Weasley team twins are our. It's their job to protect their side from Butcher and try to knock them toward the other team. So think you have got all that?